Okay. All right. We're live. I think we're live. We're doing a test. Testing.
Yeah.
Yep. And are we live or not?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Not quite sure. Let's ask Slick Rick. Slick Rick, can you hear us?
Slick Rick, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? So I think.
Oh, we have 2 lives in there, so
Right.
people might.
I think the other. Yeah. So I think I got to
forwarding.
cancel the. Do I need to cancel the other live?
I think so.
Okay. So let's cancel the other live. All right.
Or maybe later, or maybe people will get confused if we have to.
Upcoming. We're gonna cancel this. Maybe
Maybe later.
but no, we don't do that. Type in there.
Okay.
We'll be on there. Don't be on control room. So okay, go live.
We will be there shortly. Okay. We're live on the other.
Right. Okay, so are we live?
We're just trying live? To yeah.
We're not live because it would be on there.
There are 2 live streams. Here, I'm gonna show you.
So which? Oh, so which one are we live on?
Here.
So
the latest.
So can you cancel the other one?
I'm not sure. I'll try. Okay. Okay, so we're just having a little technical error.
No, not yet. Okay, right. So we need to cancel the other one then.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got to figure that one out because we're making 2 live streams at the same time.
Yep.
All right.
So we'll just remove the upcoming one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the other one's live.
All right, you guys, give us one quick second. We're just working through some.
This one is
going
to be deleted.
Yeah, delete that one, and we're good to go. All right. There we go.
We just put this on.
Yeah. Are we gonna do that today?
Yeah. Can I just put that on private?
How about why don't we delete it?
I don't have the option.
More actions.
I don't have options for that. My restrictions.
Okay. Cool. All right. Cool.
I'll just
All right. Why don't you do the intro on the live screen?
Sure.
Welcome the people in.
Yes.
That would be great. I'll take care of the rest, okay?
All right. Thank you for coming and joining our live stream. Welcome back to Rich Abroad. I'm your host. He's your host.
I'm the host.
Yeah, you are.
My name is Richie Rich.
And this is Cheng. And of course, everyone, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way in. Also, this is a call-in live stream. And if you're here, sorry, you're not here. You're there. If you're there in the US, just dial 415-490-8030. If you are outside the US and Canada, just add the +1. Yeah. And if also you're in Australia.
Why don't you go to the live stream? Why don't you go to your live stream screen so you can know what you're saying? That'd be great. That'd be awesome.
And also, just a quick reminder, we are not trying to solicit anything. We're not soliciting anything. Also, that we are very welcoming when it comes to super chat and super stickers, but we don't solicit anything from you guys. And also, we try our best we are respectful here in this live stream, and we are also expecting the same with everybody, and not just for us, but also please be respectful with everyone here in the chat. We all want just positivity in this.
We sure do. And on that note, today we've added a different feature, and we now have a moderator in our chat group, which is really great. We appreciate having a moderator who will definitely moderate the chat and make sure that everybody's being respectful toward each other. So if there's anybody who says anything that's questionable or who attacks anybody in our audience or us, your comments will probably be deleted very quickly. Your comments will probably be deleted very quickly, and we'll just move from there. But please be respectful. We appreciate that. As Shing said, we do not solicit We don't solicit any kind of money or anything like that.
Cha-ching.
But if you want to donate or send a super chat, super sticker, or anything like that, we will absolutely love it, and we will not be angry.
Yes.
So, Cheng, let's get into our topic. Let's get started. And what is our first topic? But before we do, we need to say hello to people
yes,
here.
of course.
All right, we need to say hello. So,
All right.
so who's in the house? Slick Rick is in the house.
Hello, Slick Rick.
Gratefully Blessed is
Mhm.
also in the house. What's going on? Will Smith is in the house. What's
Is
up,
it
Will Smith?
I'm thinking of a different Will Smith.
It's not Will. It's
I
not
know.
that Will Smith.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
right?
yes.
All right.
Hello, Jesse Moore.
Jesse Moore is in the house. Gratefully Blessed. We already said.
Yes.
Stephen McCardle from the ATL or close to the ATL.
Mm-hmm.
Our Philippines journey. Welcome, Philippines journey. Thank you for joining us, and we always appreciate having you guys here.
Yes.
All right, and let's see who else is in the house. That's all for right now.
Yes.
Let's start with our first chat.
Okay, so first and foremost, we have two talking points. The first,
South Carolina.
Yeah. So this is like the first for the first
Where's
hour.
Your notes?
Huh?
Where's your notes?
Here.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so for the first hour, we're going to talk about the poll we just posted yesterday.
I don't think we have an hour to talk.
Yeah, but that's the first topic.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the question was, aside from leading with money, what's the biggest mistake that guys make when they start dating a Filipina in the Philippines?
Right. We all know a lot of guys make the mistake of leading with money. People come here, they want to put their cape on, their boots on, and their tights on, and give people money and feel like they're the Cape Crusader and doing and righting the wrongs and justifying this and that. And they think that giving them money is going to make someone love them for a long time and love them. She will love me if I give her my money. And it never works out for some crazy reason. How come it never works out? Because it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
We keep telling you.
Not just us, but everybody keeps telling people that if you come here and try to give Filipinos your money, it's not going to work out the way you think it's going to work out.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. But what are some other reasons? What are some other reasons you guys think people come here and they have some issues? What's the question? What's the
biggest mistake that guys
make?
make when they start dating a Filipina in the Philippines? So the highest
Go ahead.
So the highest answer that got 72% is rushing in without vetting or knowing her or her culture.
Yeah, that was the most popular answer, 72% overall. And I actually think that's a big deal, but I think the biggest thing comes before that. I think people aren't prepared. I don't think people come here with a plan. I think they come here and they're so excited to meet a Filipina. They're so excited to meet a Filipina and find the new love of their life, and they don't plan anything before that. I don't think they're taking care of their mind. I don't think they're taking care of their body, and I don't think they're taking care of their finances. They're just so gung-ho about finding a woman, and I think I personally think that's the biggest problem a lot of people have.
Yes.
Outside of leading with money.
Yes. So Stephen McCardle added to that, you give love freely, you can't buy love.
You can't buy it. But I'm telling you, Stephen, I'm with you. I'm telling you, every day though, I see people email me, people text me, and no matter how much we say, no matter how much P says, no matter how much other channels say, don't lead with money, men come here and they do it all the time. And then they badmouth the Filipinas because it doesn't work out, and they've gave them all their money. And I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? I seriously don't understand it.
Because I think one of the reasons is that when you just give, like, for example, she asked for a load. She asked for $5. $5 is nothing to you, or $10 even. So if it starts with something small, and then eventually, of course, she'll test you. That's like a test.
It's a starter. It's a starting point, right?
So I'm just gonna check if he's going to give me some load. And then eventually after that, he's giving. He will try. She will try. The Filipino will try to pull out your heartstrings.
There'll be emergencies left and right and all that other stuff, and you'll keep giving. And here's the capper. Here's the crazy thing. When you stop giving, she's gonna have an attitude. She's gonna have a crazy attitude. The moment you stop giving, she's gonna have an attitude and start calling you stingy or calling you selfish. It's it's a recipe for disaster, but people keep coming here and doing it. And it trips me out. And I think the bottom line is people, a lot of cats that come here, they don't have confidence that they can get a woman with just them, on just with their, with their swag, with their personality, with their charm, with their looks. They don't think they can get a woman like that. So they think they have to buy this woman. That's the only way they're going to get one, because they're kind of conditioned from being at home, from being in their own country, right?
Yes.
All right.
I agree with you. So, yes, that's correct. Don't lead with your wallet. And our Philippine Journey said, treat them as equal and not on a pedestal.
Exactly. Exactly. Why would you put anybody, if you're in a relationship with anybody, why would you put them on a pedestal?
They're not gods.
Yeah.
Why are
nobody,
you?
Yeah. I'm sorry, because we laugh about this off the air, but in the comments, people are always saying, Rich, oh Rich, you're so lucky to have Ching. She's great. She's beautiful. She's oh, you're so lucky. Yeah, maybe, but Ching is just as lucky to have me. And I know that may sound arrogant, but you don't have to believe that. But I definitely believe that.
And I believe that too.
I don't put her on a pedestal. I think she's great. I think she's beautiful. She's wonderful. She's cool to me. But make no mistake about it, Ching is lucky to have me, just as lucky to have me as I am to have her.
I agree completely.
It's not that I'm so lucky or I hit the lotto. No, I earned that. I earned the right to sit here next to a beautiful woman, the right to sit next to a woman who's classy and who's got charm and who's educated. I earned that right. I'm sitting here looking. I look the way I look. I take good care of myself. I take care of my finances, and that's how I earn the right. Not I'm lucky. So so again, I think that whole thing is some people put the woman on a pedestal, right? They put that woman on a pedestal and make her believe that she's everything, and it's easy to get a big head, right? When man is telling you how beautiful you are and giving you money and all that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Your head can blow up real quick. So,
yes, and I could say the same to you, because I think I earned this spot right here. So I don't just, I'm not just lucky just to have you, because I earned it. I worked hard for it. I earned the spot.
Only me and you know. Yeah.
I'm still working on it.
Right. All right. So Stephen McCarl said, Richie, you're exactly right. Slick Rick said, don't leave with your wallet. Slick Rick said, the 2-week millionaire.
Yes.
Right? The 2-week millionaire. The guy
actually, this 2 weeks that all your money will go to.
Exactly. You can, that money can go super quick, right?
Yes. Hello, Catlin.
Good morning, Catlin.
To you.
Right. Catlin said, hello, Richie and Chang, right?
And Stephen McCardle said, learn to say no.
Learn to say no. It's okay.
Yeah, people here will always say yes, but you should learn how to say no. It might.
You'll be okay.
Don't worry about hurting their feelings.
Yeah. If you say no and she's still next to you, then you know, hey, maybe you might have a winner, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hey, you elegant duo, according to Amirabui Almubarak.
That's it. That's my girl. All right, you got it. If I say it's slow, and smooth, I can get it sometimes. But you got it. You got that one down. Right?
I like that. Yeah. Right. Ron Hughes, good morning. Good evening to you. Watching you guys from Atlanta, Georgia.
What's going on, Ron? What's happening? Yeah.
Our Philippine Journey said, Arlene had no idea about my finances for the first 18 months.
And that's how it should be, right? If you're not absolutely serious and sure that you're going to get married, or sure that this woman is the woman for you and that you're going to spend a long time with her, why are you sharing your financial information with her? Why? I mean, it's not even necessary. She don't need to know your finances. She just needs to understand that while she's here and she takes care of her business and takes care of you, that you're going to take care of her. But she don't need to know all your finance stuff.
Like, for example, when you're starting to get to know a Filipina, I think it's okay, like, to ask, what do you do? What do you do? But when she asks, how much are you earning? You should not disclose that information to her.
Yeah, you don't need to. Yeah, I mean, if she asks how much I make, I mean, before I propose to her, she don't need to know how much I make. How is that her business, right? I mean, before I propose to her, and maybe when we're getting close to that point, we might talk about finances or something like that. But again, if it's me, she got to have a job anyway, right?
Yes.
She has to have a job just to even be with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So,
So Jane is here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Jane.
Okay, sorry. Let me. Okay, watching. Ron Hughes is watching us for Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, that's right.
All right. So, you guys, I'm still working on this whole thing.
It's all good. I got you.
Okay.
Okay. So, Jane is here, and then Troy Coat. Hello.
We skipped John Armwood. He ain't nobody no more.
Oh, John, I'm so sorry, John. Hello, John.
What's going on, John?
Good evening to
you. Good evening to you. Good evening, Jane. Hey, Jane, are you still in the Phils, or Jane, where are you? That's a better way of saying that, right? All right.
Yes.
All right. And Troy.
All right.
Troy said, "Good evening. Good evening to you guys." Troy. Hey, Troy, are you Filipino, bro? Because you always late. Troy comes in at the end of the show, right? He's always late, but that's my dude though, because he always shows up, right?
Yeah.
So we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us on our live stream. Again, if you just came in, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. And
please hit that thumbs up.
Yes, again, just a reminder that this is a call-in live stream. Don't forget to call the number 415-490-8030. Gosh, I memorized it already.
Yeah, that's awesome, right? Okay, there you go, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Jane says she's still in Iloilo. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
So
you're moving to Manila. Hey, how about that? That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get to see you often. That's super cool.
Okay.
Cool. Looking forward to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Troy said, "I'm sorry, man. Troy. We're just giving you grief, bro. We love having you, man.
Yeah, Filipina rubbing up.
We're just giving you grief, bro.
Anyway, so let's move on to the second highest. Got 11. It's not really highest. It's a long gap. Okay, so
just go ahead with the rest of them. Go ahead with the rest of them. We don't need the percentages.
Okay, so 11% got not preparing your body, mind, and finances ahead of time.
I think that's huge. I think it's huge.
I think also that when people or men who go here to the Philippines get so excited and then make impulsive decisions, it's when you're into your feelings. We always talk about
right.
We just talked about this.
Look, what's the 3 times? I want to share this because we just talked about this off the air, right? 3 times, gentlemen, the 3 times when you should never ever make decisions. 3 times. Number one, what is it?
When you're naked.
When you're naked, when you are butt naked, don't make life decisions because you're thinking with the wrong head.
Yes.
Don't make decisions. Don't answer questions. Don't answer queries or inquiries. Nothing. Don't make any decisions when you are naked, because that means she's a smart girl and she's hitting you when you've just blown a load and you're willing to do anything for her. Don't make that decision.
Yeah, and the post nut, you'll just say yes. You're a yes man.
Absolutely, baby. Absolutely, baby. Yes, baby. Right. Number 2. What's number 2?
Number 2 is when you're under the influence of
alcohol or drugs. Right. Yeah. When you that one's kind of obvious, right? When you're drinking, how many times do you make good decisions when you're drinking? Right. You seldom make good decisions when you're drinking. What's number 3?
And number 3 is when you're too emotional.
Right, and that would
emotional damage.
That would be one of us. I don't know which one of us that would be.
Okay, that's me.
Right. Okay. But seriously, people come here and they make all these decisions. They meet the girl and she's a cool girl for the first week, but you're only around her for the first week. Everybody can be cool for 1 week. You haven't seen how she deals with trauma. You haven't seen how she deals with conflict. Does she do tampo? You haven't seen none of that stuff. You haven't met her. Have you even met her family? Are they beggars? Are they working? Are they going to hit you up for money? Does she come from good stock? You haven't seen none of that stuff. And people are making all these huge, big decisions about their life based on a woman they met for 1 week because she said all the right stuff, blew up his head. You're so handsome. You're so guapo. You're so all of this stuff. Come on, man. We make bad decisions sometimes. We make some really bad decisions.
And let's be real. It's really good. It's a good feeling when someone compliments you because you haven't, I would understand because you haven't experienced a lot of it. You haven't showered a lot of affection and, flowery words when you were back where you were.
These women are good. These women are really, really good at compliment. You're so handsome, right? Are you really that handsome? I mean, I don't know. I'm not that handsome.
You are
But
to me.
thank you, sweet. Thank you. But look, I mean, these women are really good at what they do. They're going to hit you with all kinds of compliments. They got honey lips. They're going to tell you all the right stuff, because I'm not saying that they're all bad, because there's a lot of good ones. But they're trying to get in your pockets, and they're trying to get security from you. And they're going to tell you what they have to tell you to get that security. So you just have to understand, it's the game here. For them, a lot of the women here, that's the game. That is the game, right?
Yes.
All right.
So John Armwood said,
hold on, let's welcome a couple people up in here, right?
Yeah, okay.
All right, so we got Morris O'Brien, right?
Hello, Morris O'Brien.
What's up, Morris O'Brien? What's going on, right? And then we got Calvin in the house, right?
Hello, Calvin.
We got Calvin Vitalis in the house. What's going on, Calvin? We appreciate you. From Miami, from Florida.
Yes.
You from Broward County? Which county are you from in Florida, Calvin? Okay, Catlin, hello, Jane, Ultimate Filipina. Holloway.
Hello, Holloway.
Holloway is in the house. What's going on? Right, some very important, good information. Thank you, Holloway. We appreciate you, right?
All right.
So, and then hold on. We can't
yes.
miss people now. Young, fresh, global travel is in the house.
Hello, good evening to you.
All right. Go.
So my Filipina told me she doesn't want to give me her IG password due to privacy issues.
Sorry.
It's okay. Is it a red flag? Privacy issues? I think you can, if she...
well, I don't know. Let me ask you this. How long have you been together? Because I think that would kind of matter. How long have you been together? You've only been together for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. I kind of get her.
I understand
yeah.
that, you know.
But if you guys have been together for a long time, and you guys are making long-term future plans, I mean, I think the need to be transparent would be pretty important. So that's my take on it, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you just met her, I think I would also be hesitant to give you my password.
Yeah. I mean,
so, but if, just like what Rich said, if you've been together for a long time, I mean, you should know each other's password. You're not there to investigate or do something like that. At least just you know my password, and I trust you enough that you can just look whenever you want to look.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
exactly.
Yeah. So let's just go back a bit to our
Are we scrolling back? Or
yeah.
Go
So John Armwood. So John Armwood said something, asked something, or said something. If she asked how much you make for me, that is a red flag. I will tell her when I am ready.
If she asks how much I make, I think the relationship is probably over. It's probably and it's not because she asked me how much I make. It's because it's the thought process behind it, right? You're putting the cart before the horse, right? It's like you need to build a relationship with me first before you even worry about how much I make, right? So I kind of agree with that. I think the relationship will be over at that point. And
so Jane, sorry. So Jane said, "I will tell you the final." Okay, so we would appreciate if you let us know that you're here in Manila.
That would be awesome. Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. Let's see. So let's scroll up and okay. So we got here and
right. Hold on. I scrolled too much.
Right. I know we're still getting the hang of this thing, right?
Yeah.
But okay, Glow 04049. Can I just call you Glow? Glow said, "Love the show. Counting down the weeks until I arrive in the Philippines." Glow, let us know when you're arriving in the Philippines. Let's hook up. Let's get together, get a bite to eat or something to drink, and let's hook up, bro. Right? Troy said, "Yeah, man, you have to take your time and shut your mouth and watch." Troy, you said a mouthful, bro. Just look at what's going on around her and look at how she reacts to things.
Yeah.
Does she put her phone face down?
Yes,
does she turn off the volume on the ringers? How does she get down? And gentlemen, I'm gonna hit you with something else. If she disappears, I don't care if it's for a day, I don't care if it's for 2 days, a week. If she disappears at any time and you can't get a hold of her, or it is an absolute red flag. And it is not a yellow flag, it's not a caution, it is a red flag if she disappears.
Just for one day?
Give me a reason why she would disappear. For what? Without telling the guy that she's thinking about spending a lifetime with. Give me a reason she would disappear. Unless she is in the hospital. Not her mom, not her auntie, not her grandmama. Give me a reason for her to disappear.
I can't think of
I don't have a single one either.
Yeah, and also if ever that's the case, you know, she would ask somebody to let you know.
She would contact you somehow and say, I'm going to be gone for X, Y, and Z days or whatever. I might not have signal, Wi-Fi or something like that. There is absolutely no reason for her to disappear. And I've heard so many people talk. I've gotten so many emails and messages. Well, I was talking to her and she disappeared for a couple of days, and then she came back and she had some excuse why she was gone. Nah, son.
She did the Houdini.
Nah, she pulled a Houdini because she was with somebody else and she was doing something she didn't want you to know she was doing. That's the only reason she disappears. And Catlin, you're in here too. Tell me, let me know. Give us your point of view. If there's any other Filipinas in here, give us your point of view too. Share it. I'm always okay with being wrong because it won't be the first time. Certainly won't be the last time. Give me a reason why a Filipina might disappear. If she's in a long distance relationship, you guys are talking every day, you guys are serious, why would she disappear? Give me a legit reason why a Filipina would disappear. Okay?
All right. So
all right, next.
While the girls are at it, so let's welcome Hood J.
Okay.
Showing love from Atlanta, Georgia. Just got blessed. Tornado just passed by my neighbor. Glad you're safe.
Let's go back to before Hood J real quick. To our Philippines journey.
Okay,
we're skipping too much. We're skipping.
Okay, so our Philippines journey this is his reply to Young Fresh Global Travel. Why would you want her password? Sounds like a trust issue.
Well, I don't know. It maybe not, but I think it depends on how long you've been together.
I agree.
I really think it depends on how long you've been together because look, I could understand if Ching wanted. You kind of have some of my password. You kind of.
We know each other's phone passwords.
Yeah, so. she just don't go on my phone because you know it's good for you, huh?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I don't feel the need to go on her phone. She don't feel the need to go on my phone, and plus she's always looking in my messages and all that stuff. Anyway, side eye in my messages anyway.
Even if I do that, I can see it anyway.
I know. I understand. I know your tricks, but I think it depends on how long you've been together. I really do. Right? Okay. All right. Go ahead. Hood J. Showing love from the ATL. Just got blessed. The tornado just passed by my neighbor. Hey, that is a blessing.
Yes,
that is a blessing. Let's pray.
Pray
for the cats that didn't get missed. Yeah. Okay.
So Stephen McCardle said, sometimes Filipinos keep secrets. This will kill a relationship.
Sometimes, bro. Sometimes. Hey, we're gonna kind of in maybe 2 weeks we have a video that we're doing on that very topic. So yeah, sometimes might be an understatement, bro. But look, here's the thing. If she's keeping secrets, you kind of know how she's getting down. I mean, she's telling you right off the bat, she's telling you how she gets down. She's not transparent. She's not forthright or any of those other words, however you want to say it. She's letting you know who she is. There's too many nice, young, beautiful women here for you to choose from that are wife material or long-term relationship material for you to choose a woman who's not going to be transparent, who's going to lie to you about whether she's married or not, or how many kids she has, or whatever the heck. So there's too many other options.
Yeah, and also, the thing that you need to have is to be patient, because you really have to vet and keep vetting that woman. You don't how do you say that? You don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right. So you
at the first.
Are you advocating that men should collect and select?
Collect at the beginning of you don't have any. Okay. Yeah, you don't have any romantic relationship to one Filipina. Right. Okay, so I mean, you're on the getting to know each other phase.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm not.
But when you already establish that I'm already exclusively dating you, then you should stop.
Yeah, then you cut everybody off. Yeah. I believe that. Seriously, I think before you come in, it's cool to talk with a bunch of Filipinas and I've said it before. Keep narrowing it down. Narrow it down. Talk with them. Get to know them. Ask a lot of questions. there is not a such thing as too many questions. You're trying to find somebody. You're trying to find a life partner. There's not a such thing as too many questions.
Yeah.
Ask a lot of questions and find 20 of them. I don't care if 10, 20, and keep narrowing it down. Keep narrowing it down until you get that last 2 or 3 women that you really like and that you really want to spend time with. And you can do some of that before you even get here, right?
Online.
And then once you get here, you can have it narrowed down to 2 or 3 women and meet those women and see who you got. I'm not saying go out and bang all of these different women. It's not what I'm saying. Don't say Richie Rich said I should bang a whole bunch of women when I come to the Philippines. That's not what I'm saying, people. I'm just saying, collect a whole bunch of different people and narrow the process down until you get the one you want. Vet carefully. That's the vetting process, right? Okay.
Yeah. You might end up removing everyone, then you have to start again.
Right.
You
might have to.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't start with her. I didn't start with her. There was a whole bunch of women asking me for money. There was a whole bunch of women asking for this, that, or the other, or that wanted this or wanted that. It didn't start with Ching. So it's a process. And I guarantee you, for the men who say, oh, I met a whole bunch of women who asked me for money, or they were fake, or they were scammers. It is what it is. That's the game over here. But you have to. That's as Cortez Smith here said. If you fall for it, it's kind of your fault. We're giving you the playbook. We're giving you the playbook. The rest is up to you, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to take the bait.
Exactly. Right. Okay.
So Holloway. Okay. Napoleon D. Musa. Hello. Thank you for joining us on our live stream.
What's up, Naps? What's up, my man?
Hello.
Right.
From Greenbelt, Maryland.
Mr. What's up? Mister's in the house.
Hello, right? Mr. First time I found out I was handsome, I was 35 years old.
Right. Right. I'm telling you, hey, these women have game, right? They have honey lips. Most of these women have done this before. They know what they're doing. They know how to get a man. They've got the playbook from their aunties, from their cousins, their friends who have done the same thing. They know what they're doing. They know the game. They know that we're the suckers. A lot of us are the suckers, and we're walking into their game. So you just got to be careful. All right. Calvin said, "Yeah, Broward County. I know. I know the area. Right. Okay. All right.
All right. Jean Baptiste.
Jean. Right?
Jean Baptiste. Right? Thank you so much for your super sticker.
We appreciate the super sticker, Jean. Right?
Jean.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, and it could be Jean. Hi, but I can't.
It looks French.
It's Baptiste, so it is French, right? Okay. All right. And then Calvin. Let's come back to Calvin. Go ahead.
So Calvin said, I've been investing in the Philippines for the last 4 years. I just bought a hotel in Makati, Redenza Suites.
The Redenza Suites. Okay. You know, hold on. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna
write it down.
Yeah, because look, I mean, if it's a nice joint, people are always asking me for recommendations or where to stay. So hey, maybe we can talk a little bit off the air about maybe some referrals to your place and maybe some discounts to our referrals.
Yes.
But maybe we can do that off the air.
Yeah.
But cool. Thanks for letting us know. All right. And then next.
Sorry, I scrolled too much. All right. So before we continue with the comments, don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, and don't be shy to call in. This is a call-in live stream.
Call in.
Yes, the number is 415-490-8030. If you're outside the US, just add +1. All right, so
slow the number down. You sound like an advertisement. 999-555-7727. Call now. Slow down. Let him actually get the number, sweetie.
Okay, so the number is. It would be more awesome if you're going.
Give me a call right now.
You're going. It's like an angry principal.
Right, yeah.
It would be awesome if you post the number on the banner.
Right.
Thank you so much. So the number is 415-490.
There we go.
Yes, 8030.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. There's the banner. There's the number. The number doesn't change. You can always call that number. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. We got that. Slick Rick says,
if she asks how much I make, it's time to run.
Forrest, run. Yeah, exactly. Right. All right.
Yeah. So Holloway said, Rich and Cheng, this is Mel.
Okay. All right. So
okay. Hi, Mel.
It's good. If you didn't say that, we would not have known. We wouldn't have known that it was the same person. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you, Mel. Stephen McCardle said body language.
Why are we skipping Mr. Mister? Skipping my
Hmm?
man?
Hey, it's Slick Rick. No.
It's Mr. Mister.
Ah, I did. I scrolled too much. Maybe can you do it?
No problem.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Mister said the universal law is if a woman asks you for money, how much money you make, and she's not already a woman, she doesn't like you. Mr. Mister, you're on point with that. She's trying to get resources. And look, I'm not mad at that woman, especially the women here. I'm not mad at her. Shoot your shot. I mean, the worst, as my father used to always say, the worst thing they can do is say no, right? All right, we'll take the first call in, and let's see. Let me do this and watch. I got this down now, right?
Okay.
All right. It's Richie Rich and Ching on the line. Who's calling in?
If you could just lower your YouTube volume.
You're gonna have to turn your volume down. Turn your volume down.
So we don't have feedback.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Who's calling in?
Okay, I'm turning my volume. This is Calvin Vitalis from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Calvin,
Hello.
what's going on with you, brother?
What's going on, man? I've been following you guys' journey for a long time, man, and
Thank
you inspire me, man.
We appreciate
Thank you.
appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. What you got to say on this conversation, on this topic?
Man, I just think I love what you guys are doing. I was gonna reach out to you. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear you
I have a
fine.
little echo.
We can hear you fine.
Okay. Well, I jumped in late, so tell me a little bit about the topic. I wanted to reach out to you because you said to give you a call about Redenza. So I just wanted to let you know that we have a spot in Makati that we can house people when they come in town.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, listen, this is a cool thing because people are always asking us, hey, where can I stay? Where do you recommend? And there's a lot of cool places near us. But if your joint's in Makati, I would love to check it out. And I mean, and if we can use it as a referral place, to tell people to come and stay at your joint, we would love to do that, bro.
That would be a blessing. That would be a blessing. I'll send you some information on it. Where can I send it to?
You can use this same number and get into my WeChat.
Wow.
I mean, sorry, my WhatsApp.
Okay.
Use the same number, get into my WhatsApp,
Okay.
and then we'll talk after the show, okay?
Okay, perfect. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate
You're
what you're doing.
welcome.
Keep bringing good information to the community. I have a Filipina I've been dating for about 2 years now, and it's changed. It's changed. It's a game changer for me. I've been in the U.S. here for 40 years now, and since I've been dating the Filipinos, my life has totally changed.
Wow.
I like what you guys saying. They keep telling you handsome. I didn't know I was handsome till I turned 40.
Right. Exactly. Hey, these women have game. They have game, bro. Right.
But most of the time it's true,
Right. Hey, Calvin, we appreciate you calling in, brother, and we appreciate you calling in. We appreciate your support. All right, we'll talk to you after the show.
All right, talk to you later.
Thanks, Calvin.
All right,
All right, bye.
Speaking of, like, for example, telling you that you're handsome, if you were with the partner, most of the time what I tell you is true. I don't need anything from you.
I believed it before I came to the Philippines. Yeah, I was in it. Respectfully, I heard it before I came to the Philippines.
I know, but whatever I'm saying to you, a compliment, I never meant it as something that, I want something from you. I say it genuinely.
I feel you.
I think some of the Filipinas also say it genuinely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But Mr. Hey, that's on point, bro. That's on point. I think a lot of people underestimate the women here and the game that a lot of the women here have. I mean, it's real. It is real. They have some real game. They know what they're doing. Right. Okay. Stephen McCardle said body language always tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Right. It does. You watch body language. I'm always watching body language. Right. A lot of times we'll meet people and I'll explain things that I picked up that maybe she didn't catch.
And a lot of times I did.
And things that I picked up on because I do watch body language. It's super important. In fact, a lot of times people say body language is like 30% or it's like a huge part of communication, right? A large part of communication. So I definitely agree with that, right? Okay.
All
right.
So William Landlord, hello, William Landlord. Thank you for joining us on our live stream. Rich, I'm considering going in July, but I just want to have fun. Not looking for girlfriend or wife.
Come here and have some fun, bro. And look us up, look me up. I'll go out and have some fun with you. right?
Mhm.
This is a great place. If you like going to the beach, you like getting out, having a drink, and this is a cool place to have fun for sure,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. And then veteran prime 44 said, "Yo,
Hello.
is in the house," right? So let's take this phone call and let's see if I can do this. All right. So boom, got it. I'm becoming the master of this. Richie, Rich, and Ching are in the house. Who's on the line?
This is Morris O'Brien, OB.
Morris.
Hello,
What's going
Morris.
on? What's going on, brother?
Hello.
Morris, did
I lost you. Yeah, audio just came back to you. For some reason I lost you.
okay, no
Okay.
problem. What's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm good. But I like your topic today. Most guys are scared to speak their mind.
Mm.
Be upfront with any women.
Right.
So put your cards out on the table. If something's not right, you need to be upfront.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't speak up, you're sending a message that that's okay.
Absolutely. Why do you think
so
these
you gotta be up.
why do you think these guys are afraid? Why do you think they're afraid to speak their minds?
They're afraid that they might lose out.
Mm.
Exactly.
Lose out on
Exactly,
the
right? Exactly. And the thing is, if you're a confident man, you're not worried about that. You're not worried because you understand that you're going to get another quality woman because you're a quality man. And that's why I say a lot of people don't come here with their minds right. They're just so giddy about getting a new woman, a woman who adores them, and they're not thinking about the big picture. Is that you're looking for a life partner, potentially. So I agree with you. I agree with you. Anything else?
Yeah. My things that go by, she has to be fit. In other words, in shape. So fit, feminine, friendly,
Oh,
and financial.
Oh, snap!
F.
I like. Hey, you know what? Do you mind if I borrow that? Can I bite on that?
Go right ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Yeah. Those things are essential. Essential.
That's why my baby's okay. That's why she's all right.
Thank you.
Because she's all of that. She's all of that. And, hey, I'm gonna bite on that because I never we've heard the fit, feminine, and friendly before from the Godfather Kevin Samuels, but I was expecting you to say and agreeable, right? But you said
yes, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I forget about that one.
Right, but you said financially, and that is on point.
Very
because
important.
I've said a lot of times, there's no way I would come here and be with a woman who doesn't have a job, who's not able to take care of herself without me, right? So I absolutely agree with that. Anything else anything else from you?
No, not at all. But great show.
Thank you.
And really, I came in late, so that's why I said I'll call today and put something in with the show.
We appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you. Don't let this be the last time you call us.
Of course not.
All right, brother. All right, brother. Thanks.
All
right, thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.
Yeah.
Oops. Dang it. Sorry about that. sorry about that. But we appreciate you calling in.
Yes.
Hey, I like that. I mean, it's basically something we've been saying for a long time is
the fit, feminine, friendly, and the other one is agreeable, very important, and then now
too,
financial.
But here's a counterpoint to that, right? I understand there's a lot of cats that come here who are retired.
Yes.
Right? And they don't need a woman with a job. And they don't need a woman with a job. They don't care. They want her time.
Yes.
Right? And so for those cats, maybe it's a little different. For me, I want her time too, but I want a woman who can take care of herself.
Yes.
She can take care of herself. I mean, not the strong, independent woman, not that kind of woman, but the woman whose financials are on point already, so she can take care of herself and her family or whatever she's doing. I can come in and add to that. I can shore that whole thing up, but she's not dependent on me to do everything, right?
Yes.
So I like that. That's an excellent point, and thank you for that. Right?
Yes. So Our Philippine Journey said, "Gotta run. Take care, all." Thank you so much for joining us, Our Philippine Journey.
Thank you, OJP. And if you guys aren't hip to them, check out Our Philippine Journey. Check out their channel. It's a pretty good channel. I watch them all the time, and I appreciate that there's a couple of other channels out there that we watch each other, we check each other out, and kind of support each other.
Yes.
Because there's some other channels that are kind of like they do their own thing, and I'm not mad at them.
Mhm.
But I think it's cool that we can all kind of support each other in
Yes.
this, you know, in this
Mhm.
area.
Yes, that's
All right.
right. So Kathleen said, when we were together, he let me go home for one night just to do my business at home. But as soon as I arrived home, I called him immediately.
Boom, right? I'm being transparent, right?
Mm.
She's being transparent,
Mm.
right? She's letting him know this is what's what's going on.
Happen.
This is what's gonna happen. This is what I'm doing, right? She's being transparent, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's a reason that for anyone to just disappear and suddenly, because we hear
For
about
no
it all
reason.
the time.
Mhm.
She disappeared for like 2 or 3 days or a week.
Wow.
Right? Like seriously, a week? Like how is somebody who's talking about spending the rest of their life with you, how are they disappearing from you for a week?
Mm.
And this person loves you.
I mean,
Stop with all that.
it's not checking in, just letting you know where you are, so I know, or who you're with, so that I know that if something happens to you, I know where to look for you.
Yeah, I mean
No?
that too, but I transparency. You can't disappear. Think of, if you're talking to a dude and you can't get a hold of him for a week.
Wow.
Yeah, come on, stop with all that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's no reason for it. She's doing something she shouldn't be, that she doesn't want you to know she's doing.
Mm.
That's the only reason. The only reason she would disappear for a week, right?
Yeah. So
All
hello there, Death Ray.
Death Ray, what's happening? Death Ray is in the house.
True.
And a handsome cat, huh?
Mm.
Death Ray, good looking dude, man.
True.
Right? And I'm not even a Filipina. Right? All right.
True. Need to keep betting.
You got to keep that.
Yeah. And with that, don't just, come into our live stream and be shy to hit that thumbs up. Don't be shy, huh? Hit the thumbs up button and don't be afraid. And don't be shy to call in. This is a call-in live
It's a call-in live stream.
The
right.
number is 415-490-8030.
Thank you. Right? They actually heard the number, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay,
so,
Mr. said, I'm not giving any woman my password because that's just something I don't do. I will tell her up front I have a lot of pics of. Okay, I'm not gonna read that because
okay,
pictures.
I can guess. I mean, I can guess what it means. Yeah.
I'll just explain to you later. Okay, so yeah, you have some pictures that are good for one-time view.
Look, brother, I'm careful who touches my phone because you can get a lot of surprises. Right? You can get a lot of surprises messing with my phone. So I understand that. I understand, but I wouldn't worry about her touching my phone because half the surprises came from her, right? I'm just saying. So but I feel you. I definitely feel you, right? Okay. All right. Shout out to Young Fresh Global Travel. Thanks for the super sticker, for the super chat.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead and read that.
So I've been with my Filipina since September 2024. I'm 46 and she's 22. Should I order flowers for her mom for delivery on Mother's Day, or is that weird? I think that's a.
What do you think?
I think you've been together for 2 years.
Mm-hmm. September 2024.
So almost a year.
Not even a year, yeah.
Not even a year.
Yeah.
I think if you really want to do that, I'm not gonna let hinder you from doing it. It is a nice gesture, but my question will be: have you known them, or have you meet them like personally?
Okay, I'll give my take. Right.
Okay.
It depends. It depends on the relationship you have with her mother.
Yes.
Right. And if you've only been together since September, October, November, December, and then so 8 months, you've been together, 8 months long distance, right? Have you met her in person? Have you talked to her? Have you video chatted with her mom? Do you have like a cool relationship or something with her mom? Because otherwise, I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe that's something you can do when you guys are together here.
Yeah.
You can do something like that, but I don't think that's necessary. And again, I get that it comes from a place of a good place, but keep in mind you start building expectations. You start building expectations, and I'm going to tell you guys this over and over again. When you start giving, don't be surprised when people have an attitude when you don't give. Right? I think you create some expectations that you just don't want, And I think, again, it comes from a good place, but
Yes.
I don't think it's necessary unless if you built a solid relationship, you've chatted with her mother, talked to her, and blah blah blah. If you've been here, especially you met her face to face, you guys, she fed you, she cooked for you, and all that stuff. Maybe then that's cool. I mean, like Maddie's mom, I mean, I would on Mother's Day, I'm definitely gonna hit Maddie's mom up and do something nice for her, right? But I think if you have a good relationship with her and her mom, I think that's cool. Otherwise, that's my own opinion.
Yeah. So I kind of have the same thing, because if you haven't met her face to face, and also you don't have that relationship with her established, like you don't really chat or you don't video call, I think it would create next year she would expect another flower bouquet from you.
She expects something bigger.
Yeah.
She expects something bigger. Well, just say happy. Just tell your girl to tell her mother Happy Mother's Day for you, right? That'll be more than adequate. That will it sends the same exact message, right? That you thought about her mother, and that's the message it sends. So that's my own personal feeling, right? Okay.
Okay. So Mike T, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Why are you skipping people?
No, because that's what I see from.
Okay, but we can't skip Troy.
Okay, of course.
Troy, right?
All right.
Okay, let's go.
I don't
what we
have
got?
that. All right. So hello, handsome couple from Glendale, California. Cloudy, cool, 6:25 p.m. from Mike T.
What's up, Mike T? What's going on, brother?
Yeah, from Troy Coat. Hey, Filipinas will keep secrets to protect you and save face for the family. Man, they will even protect toxic family members. Don't take it personal. It's not all bad. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think for the most part, they will not tell everything.
Right.
Okay, to keep you, to protect you,
and to protect
your family also. So you want to establish a good relationship with the foreigner and the family. So not a lot of times, for example, there's one family member that dislike the foreign guy. Of course, I will not tell that to my
he don't like you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna tell that. But of course, I want to have a casual relationship, at least. What do you call that? Like a good relationship. Establish a good relationship with your partner. So yeah, I agree with what you said.
Yeah, I think you make a great point. And sometimes, not all secrets are bad, but there's the malicious secrets, and I think we know. What we're talking about for sure. But Troy, you do make a good point. Sometimes everybody doesn't need to know everything, right? Some things are on a need to know basis. If there's some weird stuff that went on in the family, there's no need for her to tell you all that stuff, especially at this point, right? Go ahead. Sorry.
And sometimes also the Filipina will do something to make the image of the foreigner good to her family. Like for example, the foreigner forgot something about like a birthday or something like that. She will get something in behalf of the foreign partner and then give it to the family member and say, oh, this is from Rich.
Exactly.
This is from Rich. Okay. And then, just to build
a good relationship.
Build a good relationship.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Of course.
You ain't bad. You are not bad. I'm serious. I'm telling you. But I usually don't forget though.
Yeah.
Usually I'm pretty.
Right. But for times like that, you have to like think ahead. I want to establish a good relationship with my partner and my family. So.
Exactly. Mike T is in the house. Hello, handsome couple from Glendale. I think you read that before, but reading it again ain't bad because it's Mike T, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So according to Kathleen, so this is Kathleen's take about giving flowers on Mother's Day. That's fine, young, fresh, global travel. That's a sweet gesture you do for her mom.
Right.
So I think it's a great gesture, but again, my opinion is that you at least have that connection with the mom.
I think so too. And look, but ultimately, of course, it's up to you. But for me, I think if you have a connection with her mom already, boom, right?
Yes.
But if you don't really have that, I don't know. I think that might be.
Sorry, Ryan. I think maybe it's also one way of plus points, poggy points as we call it, like getting points, to win the heart of the mom.
I get that. Yeah, I think it has more negative than positive.
Gotcha.
That comes from it. All right, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. It's not a bad thing, but I think again, it sets up some expectations, but look, if she's like I said, if you've been here, she's cooked for you before. She's right.
Made
Then I'm
Shanghai
yeah,
for
she
you.
made Shanghai. Right, exactly. Right. I'm just if you guys have that thing already, then hell yeah, right. But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, again,
It
it's
depends
just our
on the situation.
opinion,
Yeah.
huh? It's just our opinion. You do you. Whatever you
exactly.
feel doing.
Oh,
you do.
he has your permission to do.
Huh? No,
He has your permission?
no.
That's your permission.
I'm just saying.
I'm just playing, right?
Okay, so Hood J said, "I can't wait to meet you, brother. I've been felt your energy. I watch YouTuber all the time, but you real beautiful woman. She real both give me hope. Thank you for finding your channel."
Hood
Thank
J, we
you,
appreciate you.
Kujay.
We definitely appreciate you.
Yes.
And look, we always say this, and we mean it. Anybody who has met us will tell you, if you're coming here to the Philippines, especially in Manila, get at us, and we will do everything in our power. In fact, we're having dinner tonight with some other subscribers. Emmanuel, if you're out there, what's up? Good morning to you.
We'll see you later.
Here in Makati, but we're gonna have dinner tonight with another subscriber, and we usually have a really, really good time.
Yes.
A really good time. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's a breath of fresh air
It
to
is.
meet me, especially for you, because I'm always looking forward for you to meeting other people besides me.
Me too.
Grabe.
No, I'm saying we spend so much time together.
I
though.
know.
We spend a lot of time
We
together.
need to meet new
It's
people.
it's good for me to meet other cats.
Yes, and I want that for you.
Yeah,
No.
and by the way, I'm gonna just say this because I know I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you come from. None of that matters. If you're cool, get at me.
Cool.
That's all. If you're a cool dude, get at me, and we will have a good time. I'm easygoing, down to earth. I'm a cool cat. We'll be all right, right? I don't care about nothing else. Just be a cool dude to hang out with. Right? Okay.
So that Ray
right,
said, "I appreciate Richie saying that there are a lot of great women in the Philippines who settle for the wrong
No
one."
need to. No need to. If you're handling your business, you got your mind right, your body right, your pockets right, you have plenty of options. You will have plenty of options. You don't even have to be guapo, right?
Yes.
You don't even have to be guapo.
You just have to be confident.
Come here with some confidence. Come here and ready to take if that's what you're looking for. Ready to to be in a relationship, and you're gonna be fine. You'll be absolutely fine, right? So absolutely, right?
Yeah.
And Death Ray, if this is you in this picture, brother, you're gonna be okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna be okay, brother.
Yes.
Right.
Girls will line up.
Yeah, girl, you have a line around the corner, brother. You're gonna be all right, right?
Yeah, Robert H. Hello, welcome to our live stream. Thank you for joining us. Yeah,
What's up, Robert?
Yeah, main thing is listen to your gut feelings when it comes to everything.
99% accurate, bro.
Your
gut feeling, your spider senses, your Jedi senses, whatever you want to call them, listen to them. They are not going to lie to you. And I think this is a great point because a lot of cats, their senses, their sixth sense is telling them something's not right, but they'll ignore it. They'll ignore that sixth sense and keep going with something, and it always ends up going afoul.
Yes.
So I absolutely agree with that.
So Stephen McCardle said, if you don't know their language, you are at a disadvantage.
I agree. I agree. So try learning the language, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I've been here for 2 years. I haven't learned a lot of Tagalog. I've learned some phrases, enough to get around. I think 3 languages is my limit. And I thank you, sweetie.
Yeah.
Luckily, you speak very, very good English, but I think I might have hit my limit for languages. But learning the languages is not going to hurt you at all. There's a lot of cats that speak pretty good Tagalog. Actually,
yeah, I think
right?
Gratefully Blessed knows Tagalog and
Slick
also
Rick too.
Yeah, Slick Rick knows Tagalog and yeah. So Stephen McCardle, Theodore Metcalf. Hello, hi from Theodore from Southern California.
What's up, Theo?
How was your trip in California? And I know you're happy to be back in the Philippines with your best friend.
You know what, Theo? My trip to California was great. My trip to the U.S. was great. Again, shout out to Slick Rick for making a great time in the Bay. Seeing my family was cool in the Bay. Seeing my granddaughter, seeing my son and daughter was awesome. But I was ready to come back. I ain't gonna lie, I was ready to come back. I missed Ching, and just the overall the travel. It gets to you after a while, but the life here is so much more simple, brother. It's just super simple. I work a lot, but my life is simple, and I like that. I like that part of life, and so it was cool. But I was ready to come back, and I'm happy to be back.
Yeah.
So thanks for that.
Simplicity is beauty.
You got that right. You got that right.
So that Ray said it's wisdom.
It's all about wisdom, right?
And John Armwood said, Cheng sounded like someone in a Filipina call center. I have been dealing with them a lot since I was hacked in Savannah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that, John.
I know,
yeah,
right?
that kind of sucks, but hopefully you get that squared away, brother.
Yeah. So Young Fresh Global Travel said, I heard the president of the Philippines issued an executive order making it easier for remote workers to work in the Philippines, but not sure of the details. You should talk about that. I would love to know. So we'll dig deeper.
Yeah, we'll dig into that a little bit more. I don't really think it was difficult from jump, from remote workers to work in the Philippines. I think they want to keep their tourists here and keep people coming here because tourism is probably one of the largest industries for this country. So so keeping people coming here is a big deal. And as long as you're not making trouble like Vitali or Johnny Somali, then I mean they want you here, right? Because tourists have money.
Yes.
Right.
Stephen McCardle said, my first time in the Philippines, someone told me if someone asks me for dollars, I know it's time to leave. Every time.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Do you have American dollars? Right. Like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
So Mr. said, I saved Redenza Suites, saved on my Google Maps. Now it looks really nice.
Nice. Okay. We haven't had a chance to check it out, but look, if there's a cool place and if Redenza is it, I am happy to refer people to Redenza. I have a couple places that I usually refer them to, depending on their style. 3-star, 4-star, or 5-star, depending on what they like. But if the Redenza is it, I'll definitely talk to my man offline and see if we can set something up, or maybe hopefully there's some kind of thing that we can work out. So so that's sweet. That's awesome,
so
right?
Catlin said, yes, I agree.
No. That's we got somebody else in the house.
Okay. How come I don't have that here? But anyway.
I don't know.
So, si Luco, coming to the Philippines as a foreigner male, you are literally killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You are going to get a pick of the litter in females while doing so on the cheap budget.
Exactly. And si Luco,
I think it's Italian. It sounds Italian to me.
Luco.
Si Luco.
Yeah. Sorry for butchering your name, but welcome to our show. We appreciate you coming in, and I agree with you. Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you haven't hit the thumbs up already. That's it.
Okay, that was your whole. Okay, right. But I definitely agree with you. Look, if you're taking care of yourself, I know I'm saying this ad nauseum, but it's so important for everybody to understand. If you're taking care of yourself, you don't need to worry. Right? You don't need to worry about losing this Filipina if it doesn't work out. You will have plenty of other opportunities. And don't worry if this woman, if you feel like she's a scammer, just discard. Discard and move on. Discard and move on. Ching was not the first woman I met. She was not even close to the first woman I met. So it's going to happen. It's just part of the process. There are quite a few scammers or women out there who want money or trying to get something from you. Just discard them and move on. And you will find the woman who's looking for her chance, her opportunity, right? To find a good man, and it happens. It definitely happens, right?
So Kathleen said, yes, I agree with Cheng. Some Filipino would tell you pogi or guapo or handsome because it's true. That's what we really think.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, okay.
We already know that, but I'm just letting you know my thoughts. You're guapo.
I appreciate you. If I was a dude who had no confidence, you would be the perfect person to build my confidence because you're always hitting me with some nice compliments and all that stuff. And
you smell good. Your
arms. Hey, do you smell me though?
Of course.
Yeah, because you know what I got on? What I got on? Graphite. You know it, man. You know it.
I know yours.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. The Bath and Body Works stuff you got,
of
right?
course.
Anyway, okay, sorry, we digress.
So, hello, RC Ranger.
Michelle.
Hey, Rich, I plan to visit next year.
RC Ranger, I say this, and I've said this before to other people. If you come in here and you don't get at me, we're gonna have a problem.
We're gonna move some furniture.
There's gonna be some furniture moving, bro. Get out, come here. Look, come here. I don't care if you're here for women. I don't care if you're here for just a holiday. Get at me. Let's have some drinks. Let's get something to eat. Let's have a good time. I don't care. I don't drink that much, to be honest, but I'll go out drinking. The one thing I won't do, I'm not going to the clubs, y'all. I mean, I'll go to a pub. Yeah, I'll go to a pub, but my clubbing days are behind me. I'm not doing all of that.
Yeah.
But if you want to go out drinking, if you want to sit out on my balcony with me and have a drink or go to a pub, I'll do that. If you just want to go eat, let's do that. Or go to the beach. Let's do that. Let's just have a good time. I'm cool. I'm really cool on most of that stuff, right?
Yeah. So the big boss is
Big Boss Herb is in the house. What's going on, Big Boss?
So what up? I ain't giving nobody nothing. I'm in the hospital at the moment, but still listening. Are you all right?
Big Boss, you know what? See, something told me. I had like this feeling
That you need to check up on
yeah,
me?
that I need to check up on Big. And I said that the last time too.
Yeah,
right?
with the other dude.
Big Boss, I got you in my WhatsApp. I'll talk to you outside of the live stream to check up on you, my brother. I hope you're doing good. My prayers go out to you, bro. Prayers go out to you. But I'll check up on you.
I hope
personally.
everything's okay.
I'll check up on you personally after the show, right?
All right. So Mike T said, Rich and Cheng, are your live streams now on Saturday evenings here in the US?
You know what, Mike T, we took a poll, and it turns out Saturday evenings are usually better. And one of the reasons why is because there's a lot of other live streamers and a lot of other channels that do theirs on Friday nights. And to be honest, I don't want to go up. I don't want us to all be competing for airtime, right? I would rather people go to their channels and check them out on Friday nights. People can come to our channels and check us out on Saturday nights. And that was one of the reasons. I think we can all share. We can share a lot of the same people, and everybody can benefit. So, and the audience said that apparently there's more people come into our live stream on Saturday nights. Yeah. So we're gonna start doing Saturday nights. Let us know how you think. I mean, if you guys tell us that Saturday night's not good for me, I don't like that. Let us know, seriously, and we'll figure something out. But for right now, we felt like Saturday night was a better night for us.
Yes. All right. So the Big Boss. Hi, Isaac. Thank you for joining
Isaac,
us.
what's going on with you, brother?
Okay.
Say hello to Mrs. Tess.
Yeah. So the Big Boss said, "Oh, yeah, the bit of food poisoning." Okay.
Okay. So nothing too serious. Nothing too bad. Okay.
All right.
Hey, but look, that happens over here. That's gonna happen over here. It's kind of like China. It's not a question of if it's gonna happen. It's when it happens.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So Pound Trader said, "I'm looking for a homemaker. I'm looking for a wife. So when I make my choice, the needs to be able to take care of the home while I'm looking for my future wife."
And a lot of cats come here to find their future wife. I mean, it's kind of like your second chance, or for some people, their third or fourth chance. Could be. But it's. I mean, most of the guys, let's be honest, are in the third. They're in the second half. They're in the third or fourth quarter of their life, and they're just looking for another shot, one last shot at happiness, and one last shot at just to end things peacefully, and to meet somebody who just brings peace and happiness into their life. And I think this is a great place to do that. I really do. But I do think, having said that, if you come here and you don't vet carefully, you're going to end up exactly where you were before you came here.
Yeah.
And you might be worse off. If you come here and you don't vet carefully, you need to vet carefully. The women here understand the game. They know the game. So that's the key point, is come here and vet carefully. Find yourself a good woman. There's plenty of them here. There's a lot of bad ones, but there's plenty of good women here. You have to vet carefully.
Yeah, just like the series of our videos, previous videos, we want you to have your happy ending.
That's it.
So that's the happy ending.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. That's the whole point, right?
Now, if you want a partner who doesn't have a job, who has all the time for you, then do that.
Exactly. I mean, and that's what I said before about the cats who are retired, right? And some cats say, I want this girl. I don't want her to work. She don't need to work. I'll take care of her. I'm with that. I understand that, because he has a lot of time, and time is important. Super important to him.
Yes.
So I totally understand that. But for the other cats, for maybe I'm not younger, but I'm not older either. I kind of want my woman to work. I want her to have a job.
Yeah.
I want her to have her own job, her own money too.
Take care of herself.
And I'm gonna take care of everything else. But I want you to be able to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I hear ya. So open ranks. Hello, thank you for joining a live stream. Should I visit Manila or Ho Chi Minh City first?
Ooh. I don't know.
You're the best person.
You know, I got to tell you, come here, and we'll talk about Ho Chi Minh City, because Ho Chi Minh City is cool. I mean, I've been there. I had a great time in Ho Chi Minh City. Vietnam is a cool place. Nha Trang, Da Nang, Ho Chi Minh City. It is a super cool place. One of the most pleasant surprises of my travels was going to Vietnam. It was super cool. But come to Manila first, and I'll convince you to stay in Manila, guaranteed. We'll have some good times, some good drinks, good food, and I bet I can convince you that Manila is probably the place for you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, David. Hello, David 008. Hey guys, good to see all, and glad you made it back to the Philippines, Rich.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that 008.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to be back. It's hot as hell here. It's hot as hell here,
but
it's good to be back though.
But a few weeks left before rainy season again.
Right. The lightning last night. The lightning. It was cool. When I was in the gym, you could see all the lightning, but there wasn't no rain though.
Yeah. All right. Cool, right. So the big boss said, "Thanks, y'all. I'm way too mean to be down for long."
You are a mean ass. I almost said it. I was gonna say you are a mean ass mother. but you're a good mean. You're my kind of mean dude. Right.
Okay. So yeah, so you can drink a lot of probiotics like Yakult and Ursiflora. You can buy it at Mercury Drugstore or Watson's if you have that.
Right. Slick Rick said you can't keep a good man down. Absolutely. Right. All right. And then
Stephen McCardle said, I think this is in reference to our subscriber who wants to send flowers.
I like that.
So
Steven.
send her an e-card by email with flowers.
Send her an e-card, bro.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's not physical, but
and it's the thought. It's the gesture, right? The gesture without without setting. I like that. Without setting up some kind of expectation.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Right. I like that.
So
if she expects an e-card next year, no problem, right? That's easy, right?
So I always, Big Boss said, I always get flowers from my old team with a card saying, "Hey, boss, you may not be a woman, but you're some mother."
some kind of mother, right? Right, exactly.
That Ray said, should I practice singing to prepare for future karaoke in the Philippines? Yes.
Yes. Yeah, especially if you come out anywhere near her or with Catlin, because apparently Catlin has some vocal cords on her too. So if you get at us, you probably should practice. And look, don't worry, you can't be worse than me. I can sing a little bit. I can sing a little bit, but practice. It's all about fun and drinking and having fun, though, right? Okay.
So Slick Rick said, everyone in case didn't notice, Richie is a man of his word.
Most of the time. I'm a liar mother. No, I'm just kidding. Most of the time. I mean, seriously, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm not going to promise something. And I'm not going to promise anything. I don't like making promises unless I know I can do something. I'm just not going to promise anything. But if I say I can meet you, I'm going to do everything I can to meet up with people because I like it. It's fun.
Yeah, we'll make time as much as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Young Fresh Global Travel said, hey, do you ever get rude looks from Filipino men when you are with Cheng? My Filipina lives in Butuan, and when I am with her, these dudes look at her like they never saw a girl before.
No, I don't. And I'm going to tell you why. We just talked about, was it yesterday we talked about this?
I can't remember.
Like yesterday or the day before. No, I don't get rude looks. And the reason why is, are we making a video on this?
I'm not really sure.
I think we might have a video coming on this. But anyway, the reason why is simple. I don't think we look for the same kind of women.
Yeah. I don't. The other day.
Yeah, I don't think Filipino men and foreign men like the same kind of women. For example, a lot of foreign men, they like women with dark skin. And but local dudes aren't trying to hear a woman with dark skin. They want to have as light a skin as possible. Same as in China. In China, they always say the foreign dudes pick the ugly women, but it's because Chinese men like bai fu mei, which means It means white skin, right? Tall, white, and beautiful, right? But we don't like local dudes like big girls. A lot of the local, not all of them, but a lot of the local dudes, you'll see them walk around, the girl is bigger than him. And that's how they get down. I don't think most of us are coming here looking for a big girl, because if we were, we would just stay home, right? I'm just saying, we're not looking for the same kind of woman. We're just not looking. And here's the biggest reason. Because if you have a woman who has children, they're not, local dudes aren't trying to hear anything about getting with a woman who has other children, period. So,
I think it's not rude looks. I think it's more of a
curiosity.
Curious look.
I never see anybody looking at us or looking at us like
that, sideways. No,
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty observant. I'm even way more observant than you. But yeah, and I'm always, I'm kind of scanning everything for danger and all that stuff. I've never seen anybody looking at us sideways.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of disrespectful cats in the Philippines. And yes, I met my Filipina 3 times so far over the past 8 months. Never met her mom though.
Okay. Right. So I mean, you met her and her mom. I don't know. It's up to you, bro. Whatever you do, you can't go wrong. It's not a bad thing. I always worry about cats setting expectations, because I'm telling you, the worst thing that's going to happen if you keep giving, when you stop giving or when you say no, you are going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. And that's my biggest thing. I'm always trying to set cats up for success here. And so having been here, having listened to other people, having experienced some things, I think I might have a good idea of how you can come here, or the best ways to come here and be successful in a relationship. And I think giving is not one of those ways. Giving a lot, or I think being generous is cool when you're here. Showing her a good time, or being generous, going out to dinner, going out and doing this and that. But trying to take care of everything, or I don't think that's the way to be successful.
All right. So don't get me wrong. I'm going to say something about the flowers thing. You can give her one time, but watch what she does after, the next time. So for example, there's another big occasion, and maybe try not to, like, on the next Mother's Day, if you're hopefully you're still together, and see how will the mom reacts if you're not gonna give anything. So
I would say this: if your girl was super cool, super cool, she would buy some flowers for her mama and say they came from you.
Yes.
Just saying. Just saying. Right.
It doesn't need to come from you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what you were talking about earlier, right? She just to make a good relationship, to create that thing. She would buy the flowers and say, "Hey, this is from my dude," right? Boom. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, Death Ray, I appreciate the compliment. Of course, you're welcome.
Hey, good dude. Look, I'm gonna say this. If I see it's like my Thor thing, right? Or Captain America thing, right? Or Denzel, right? If I see a good-looking dude, I have no shame. I'm a confident cat. If I see somebody good-looking, I'm gonna say that cat is good-looking. That's a good-looking dude, right? I don't care. I have no problem with that at all, right? I mean, again, if you look like this cat in the picture, then you're just gonna be fine. You're gonna be all right. Yeah.
Troy Coates said, "How do you overcome family expectations? When I'm here, I take family out places and help out with basics like shoes, etc. I have found that now there's no gratitude, even a thank you."
But Troy, you're saying what I just said. You're saying the moment you stop giving, you will notice that suddenly they have an attitude, or suddenly they're not even Troy. And that's what I'm talking about expectations. And I ain't trying to throw shade on you, but why are you buying people shoes? Why are you buying people shoes? Would you buy some kids? Would you buy your girlfriend's kids or their family shoes at home? You guys don't come here with a cape on and tights and boots on trying to say, be yourself, do what you do. Do some of the same way you date at home, date here, or have the same expectations. You wouldn't do that at home. Don't do that stuff here. don't
Okay.
do it. Yeah,
Yeah. So I think the only time that you can overcome family expectation is you stop giving.
exactly.
You stop giving, and then if they're not really okay that you're not giving, then
Yeah.
that's it. I
Yeah.
mean, you can have like a casual relationship, but not to the point that it will put a toll on your
Right.
finances.
And not only that, and I mean, who knows what kind of finance? Because I don't think it's a question of finances. I think it's a question of setting realistic expectations,
Yeah.
right? Because some people might have plenty of finances,
Mm.
but now, like he said, if once you stop giving, suddenly they have an attitude.
Yeah,
Suddenly,
there's
suddenly,
no
yeah, now you're
gratitude.
selfish. Now
Mm.
you're stingy, right? You'll be amazed at how many things you become, how many different kinds of mother effers you become once you stop giving. And that's a big issue.
Yeah, they won't remember all the good things
They
that you did.
they
They
forgot
will,
all about
yeah,
that.
they
All
will
about
only
that.
think about one thing that
Yeah,
you did
that you
bad.
said no when they wanted X, Y, or Z.
Mm.
Look, every now and then I will buy some dinner for Ching's family. Every now and then we all go out to dinner, and I'll try to buy dinner, and they won't let me. Um, uh, um, I think you all have to do what you want to do. You all gonna do what you want to do. Just note this: that everybody in this live stream, I'm trying to set you up for success, or how to be success. I'm not trying to teach you how to be stingy or selfish. That's not the purpose. The purpose is for you to be successful in your relationships. And the way to do that is not to come here and be giving and giving and giving. If you're always giving, what does she have to do for you?
Mm-hmm.
What does she have to do for you? Shouldn't everything be reciprocal? Shouldn't her family need to reciprocate?
Yeah.
Right? If you're the one who's always given and they don't need to reciprocate, what kind of relationship are you building?
Yes.
It's not a good one.
Mm.
You wouldn't do that at home. Don't come here and do the same thing. That's all I'm saying. And again, if anybody has a counterpoint, give it to me. My mind is always open for new ideas and new thoughts.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it's not too late to set some expectations.
Right. Well, I mean, it's not too late, but then suddenly, a lot of times people gonna have an attitude now
Yeah.
because you've been given and now you stop giving.
And also, it is the responsibility of your Filipina to
Exactly.
patch that.
It-
You know.
If the cool Filipina might even say, "Hey, no, you don't need to do this. You know,
It's
we're all
okay.
good." Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. So we'll take this call real quick. From Morris. Morris is calling back, and all right. So, hold on a second. Let's do this
Give us 1 second.
real quick. Hold on,
Real
Morris.
quick. We'll just connect the speaker.
All right, and
Okay. So
Bluetooth. All right, Morris, we got you on the line. What's up, man?
Yeah, this is something off topic. When I'm planning on coming in 2027. I'm going to do some charity work, right? Because I'm a qualified mason, carpenter, and I'm good at all skills. So I'm looking for an association that's valid, that I could do some charity work while I'm there, because I'm coming for at least 6 months.
Okay.
2027.
I can find a couple. I know of one off the top of my head, but we can talk about this off the live stream. But I think we can find some charity work and some organizations that would be very happy to have you.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be very happy to have you. Probably a conversation we should have off the live stream, just because it might be a little long and might not be interesting to everybody else. But I think
Okay.
we can figure that out together for sure. Right.
All right.
And but by the way, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of different ways to give here. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to give, and could be rice. You know, it could be a rice thing, or it could be, especially. Listen, let me tell you, typhoon season is coming, and I promise you, there will be plenty of ways that you can give after typhoon season, because typhoon season comes and wipes out people's houses and wipes out people's villages sometimes, and there will be plenty of times and plenty of ways available for you to help people out. I promise that.
When is typhoon season?
Typhoon season starts in June. Starts in June and goes all the way through November.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That's a long stretch.
Yeah, it's a pretty long stretch. Usually by usually by September, October, it's subsided mostly. But June, July, August, September, those are the months there's going to be typhoons, especially in the lower islands like Mindanao, Leyte. Did I say that right? Leyte.
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 Yeah, my pronunciation getting better. But there will be plenty. I promise you, there will be plenty of opportunities for you to help people. Guaranteed.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll talk more so you don't get off the topic.
Guaranteed, bro.
Appreciate it.
And always appreciate you calling. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So getting back on. So Young Fresh Global Travel said, I should clarify, the Filipino guys in Manila are not as thirsty as the ones in the province in Butuan where she's from. I think I would understand because we've been to the province like in Butuan. No, not Butuan, Pagadian. In Zamboanga. And I think I would understand that you get a lot of stares, especially when you're from Manila.
True, because they don't get as many foreigners over there. They don't get as many foreigners.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Muslim people there.
Yeah. So especially when you dress some kind of way and your skin is a little showing, something like that, they will get stares from you, especially when the Filipina is with the foreigner.
Yeah, they're more conservative. A lot more conservative.
Right? So I would understand that you'll get stares from there. Right. So especially when you just come from Manila.
Right. No doubt. No doubt. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Okay.
So Pound Trader said some men over there don't like to see their women with foreigners.
It's true. Pound Trader. There is some truth to that. I mean, I'll give you an analogy, which is how if at home, if you see if you see a mixed couple, black and white, how the black women will look at you sideways, all kinds of sideways, if you're with a white woman, or if you're with a Hispanic woman, or especially if you're with an Asian woman. I don't know why that really gets under their skin. Yeah, I do know why. We know why. But anyway, but yes. And so there is that element where there's just some people who just don't want to see their women with a foreigner. And it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. But I don't think that's the majority of the men here. I think the majority of the men don't give a rat's ass, and they just say, you know what, I wouldn't be with her, no way, and they keep it pushing. Right. But there's definitely some truth to what you said, Pound Trader.
Yeah. So Alex Hunter, hello. Thank you for joining us.
What's up, Alex?
By the way, if you just came in, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. We would appreciate if you'd call, and don't forget that you can type in your comments and join us as we talk.
Absolutely.
So Alex Hunter said, hey, Rich and Cheng, happy to see you both. I learned so much from you both, and your realness really has guided me towards a true relationship in the making.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you. Thanks for sharing that with us. We're so, I mean, my objective, I want to see happy people, man.
Yes.
Like, what's the song? Shiny, happy people.
I don't know.
B-52s. You don't know REM and B-52? No. Anyway, I want to see shiny, happy people. That's the whole objective. And if I can help you get there, then I feel great. I'm happy. I want other happy people too.
Yes.
Right.
We spread the positivity.
Spread positivity. I think sometimes people hear me say, don't give him money, don't give him this, and they say, oh, he's selfish. It's not it. I'm trying to help you. We're trying to help you. And keep in mind, every channel is saying the same thing, right? We can't all be wrong. There must be something to it. All right.
So, Jao Nicolas Perez, long time no see, lovely couple. Hello, Jao.
What's up, Jao? What's going on, brother?
Oh, it's John Jover Agbayani.
Hey!
Hello.
Hey, that's awesome.
I saw the picture.
You're pretty good about that, right?
Yeah, it's Jover.
Hey, what's going on, man? It has been a long time.
Yeah.
But we never forget, especially Ching. Ching doesn't forget a face. I wouldn't have put two and two together, but you know what? We appreciate you dropping in. And John Jover Agbayani has been around with us for a long time, and has really also helped support our channel, help us to grow. We appreciate you. Shout out to you.
We missed you.
Sure.
All right. So William Smith, hello. Thank you for joining us on our live stream. So what would be a key thing to know before you move to another country?
The culture, right? That was one of the choices too. I'll tell a quick story real quick. When I first came here, I went out on a date, and I'm not going to mention, you know what I'm talking about. I went out on a date, and it became very obvious to me that this was a whole different ball game, a whole nother place. And I needed to take a step back before I jumped into the dating game and just watch, just learn, ask some questions before I start dating, because there's going to be even when you know the culture and understand, there's going to be so many misunderstandings. There's going to be so many language gaps or language barriers or communication problems, even after you know. But if you come here and you don't know the culture, it's going to be tough. It'll be really tough. You need to understand the culture.
Yeah.
You really do.
And also, adding to what you said, you need to have your mind, your body, your finances right before you move to another country.
You definitely need to have your finances right, especially in a place like here. If you're moving to China, you could get a job in China. If you're moving to Vietnam, you could get a job in Vietnam. A lot of people go to those two countries and teach English, or in my case, I did something a little a corporate job, but you could get jobs in those countries. You're not going to come here and get a job. You're going to have to bring a job with you or bring finances with you. So you really need to understand the culture when you come here.
Yes.
It really makes a big difference.
All right. So Squeeze. Hello, Squeeze. What's going on,
brother?
Thank you for joining us. Okay, so Stephen McCardle said the Midori Hotel on Clark Air Force Base is above a 5-star hotel. I was there in 2019 if you need a referral there.
Okay, the Midori.
Midori Hotel.
Yeah, the Midori Hotel.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay. So while you're writing, so I'm going to read Mr. Night Walk. Hello, thank you for joining us on our live stream. This is late, but some things are better left unsaid. I'm not sure which part of the conversation was that, but
okay.
So Isaac V, just make sure that you give them adequate directions.
Good. That's a good point. It's a very good point, right?
So Mr. said, I've never had food poisoning in the whole time I was in Asia. It must be Asian.
Bro, I've had it. I could tell you some tough stories.
You have some cases.
Yeah. Did I tell you a story about one? No, this was in China.
Okay.
I had food poisoning one time. Actually, when I did the charity run, the Spartan race.
Here?
This is before I moved here though.
Okay.
I came here and the year before, and I had food poisoning, and it was tough. It was like 2 or 3 days. But in China, you gonna get it.
Okay, so David 008 said, this is water safe to drink there. Don't drink directly from the faucet. Buy purified water.
There is really no country in Asia, not in Southeast Asia, where the water is really safe to drink. I don't know about Thailand. I don't remember Thailand. It's been a while.
You guys
can let me know about Thailand. But there's really not a place in Asia. Japan, sorry, my bad. Japan and Korea, you can drink the water, but in China, you're not drinking the water. Don't come here and drink the water. Cambodia, don't drink the water. Vietnam, and take the ice out of your drink. Take the ice out of your drink.
It's made up of the same water.
Exactly. So don't drink the water. But look, you can get purified water. It's easy to get. It's 80 cents for 10 gallons. But that's for aqua. I don't know if you can do that.
I think it's the same thing.
But it's really cheap. Getting purified water is really, it's really cheap and really easy to do. So you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. So it's just like Mexican water.
Yeah, exactly.
So distilled bottled water is the safest, I think, to drink for foreigners here in the Philippines. There are a lot of purified waters that you can avail from the groceries, from supermarket, 7-Eleven. But of course, if you want to have more value for your money, just have a refillable gallon.
Yeah, and just keep refilling that, and that'll help. Yeah, but it's super, super cheap. I mean, I just refilled 2 of them, the 2 5-gallon ones, 2 days ago, and it cost me 80 pesos. 80 pesos, which is $1.70 or something like that. So for 10 gallons of purified water. Right?
Okay, so Jao Nicolas Perez said, I agree. If you don't use tap water here, tap water here in our country,
you don't want to drink the tap water at all, or the ice. And I need to keep pointing that out, because people forget about the ice, and that's what got me. I forgot about the ice.
Yes.
And it will get you.
So Theodore Metcalf said, you know what's so cool about the both of you? You're so family oriented, and thank God for that.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
What?
She's really family oriented. She's super family oriented. I am too. The older I get, the more family oriented I become. I'm partial to, of course, to my kids. But I come from a huge family. 10 sisters. Yes, I'm not stuttering. It is not. You didn't misunderstand me. I have 10 sisters and 2 brothers. So I come from a huge family, and so I'm family oriented. But I do understand sometimes you just can't see everybody, and you prioritize who you see. Which doesn't mean that there's people I don't want to see. I always love everybody in my family, but you got to get in where you fit in. You got to see who you can see when you have the time. But I like being around Cheng, and her family is very cool. And they are super family oriented.
Yeah, I think even my cousins would tell me that, you know, our family has a solid foundation of like we stick like glue. If you caught that in our previous videos, we're like glue. We were raised to be like, you work as a team, the 4 of you.
Right. I think it's a good thing. I definitely think it's a good thing, right? All right. David 008 said it's getting hot in Florida. I know it is. It's got to be, right? Right.
So Slick Rick said to 008, a good rule of thumb is unless you're in your own country, don't drink the water unless it's filtered bottled water.
Yeah,
that's advice.
That's a good rule. That's a good rule, right?
So Jao Nicolas Perez said, so he's a Filipino giving advice to guys out there. Watch out for bad Filipina here. You might think they're all good. Good vet is the key on knowing what kind of Pinay you've been with.
Straight over. Hey, that's straight knowledge coming straight from a Filipino guy, and John Jover has been with us for a long time, and that's the best advice. I'm telling you guys, what's the percent of guys that come here and end up with the same woman they came here to see is very low, and there's a reason for that. Is that once you get here, you discover a lot of times guys discover she's not the woman you thought she was. And you end up with another woman who you vetted, you had time to vet, and she ends up being the kind of quality woman that you look for. You have to vet carefully, guys. You gotta vet.
So Corey D said, hello, Corey. Thank you for joining us. What up, Big Rich? Can't wait to meet y'all.
Same back at you. Corey, I won't say I'm licking. I was gonna say I'm licking my chops, but that don't really sound right, does it? But I'm excited to meet you, dude. I mean, I'm really. There's some cats that are coming here that gave me a kind of a heads up that they're coming, and I get excited because there's, you know, we kind of built like a kind of a connection off, you know, online or whatever. So I get excited. So same back at you, Corey. Back at you, bro.
Right? Yeah. So Jacques Payne said, I'm late, but I'm here. Thank you for joining us, even if you're late.
That's right.
It's your presence. So all I heard was dark-skinned Filipinas. I concur. I think foreign men are looking for different women than Filipino men. I know I loves me morena.
Right.
Morena.
Same here. And actually, really quick, since we have John Jover in here, hey, John, tell us, give us an idea of what you think. Do you think foreign guys and Filipino men are looking like the same kind of women? I think that we don't like the same kind of women. Do you agree or do you disagree with that? Give us your opinion, John Jover.
Yeah. Okay. So Stephen Bowler, hello, Stephen. Sorry. Yeah. Troy Coate said, "Yep, agreed. Stop giving.
Yeah.
You. If you haven't stopped yet, you stop now.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't over. People will just want to come here.
Stop. Yeah. It's not too late. That's when you reveal the true character.
You will find out who she is, right? Do you really want to be with somebody because of what you? Do you want her to be with you because of who you are or because of what you have? Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So if she's mad at you for not giving, then probably she might be done.
And she already helped you, right?
Mm-hmm. So Young Fresh, Stephen Bowler said, Young Fresh Global Travel. If her mom and you are about the same age, you need to be careful. Yes, good point. Because Filipinos are very jealous. It may be considered flirting with her mom because you are the same age. Good point.
That's a real good point. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that
we
either.
Didn't think about asking him how old he is or anything like that. But that's excellent point.
Yeah.
Right.
Because she might think that you're flirting with her mom.
Exactly. Because I mean, if depending on how old she is,
Mm-hmm.
her mama might be close to your age, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, be careful. Good
Yeah.
looking out on that.
Mm-hmm.
Good looking out, right?
By the way, my mom said you're the eldest son.
That's nice of her. That's nice of her. Right?
Yeah. So Thomas Patrick Bowers. Hello. Thank you
What's
for
up,
joining
Pat?
us.
What's going on? Actually, we haven't talked with Patrick in a long time, actually. But I think there's a different name. I think there's a different name.
I can't remember.
Yeah, there's a different name. But
maybe
we've chatted off outside of the live stream before.
Okay.
But what's going on, Patrick? She's got to earn my attention. You're damn right. Why shouldn't she have to earn it?
Yes.
If you're just giving it and giving and giving? How is that a good relationship? If she doesn't have to earn what you have, and vice versa, how is that a good relationship? Just think about that for a second, right?
Bama in Philippines said, hello.
Bama in the Philippines.
Bama.
That's short for Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay. Bama in the Philippines. Thank you for joining us on our live stream.
Thanks, Bama.
So my wife knew to not lend family money. She made it clear to me as soon as we met. So we spread good karma with strangers at an appropriate time and place.
That's what it is. That's what it is, right?
So
we want to believe that we're doing something good. It's just like when the kids on the street approach you and they're like with their hands out and they're like, especially the kids say, "Give me money." That's easy for me to say,
no,
get away, because you're not even polite asking for money. But you want to believe you're doing something good, but you're actually doing them a disservice.
Yes.
You're actually doing them a disservice because you're teaching them that foreigners are walking ATMs. So they're going to keep doing that to all the other foreigners. And a lot of the times their parents sent them out to do that. Go ahead.
Sorry. I saw someone, I saw a kid selling flowers at crossing,
I'm with that.
But the kid is a little like person with disability.
Okay.
So he's the one selling flowers.
I don't have a problem with that though.
But after that, I saw that they're standing on the corner, and then she remits the money all to the mom, and then here, sell this again, and then we'll get a lot of they're taking advantage of the kid who is a little disabled, and I'm not with that. So
I got a problem with taking advantage of your kid who's disabled.
And I saw the mom's fit, can walk, can work.
Able-bodied, right?
Yeah, I mean, why are you putting your child out there? I just don't. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you. Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
So
Thomas Brandon said, "Thanks, you guys. Great information.
Thank you.
Appreciate that."
Yeah.
Right.
Bama in the Philippines, we do rice, slippers, and canned goods. Oh, that's.
I don't have a problem with that. Look, I mean, like I was just saying, typhoon season is right around the corner. There will be plenty of people in need of rice. Plenty of people in need of shoes and canned food. I've seen the end results after typhoons. It wipes villages out. People will need that kind of stuff. That's the time to give when people are in obvious need.
Yeah.
It's not because they're lazy. It's not because they don't want to work. It's because they just fell on some bad fortune.
Need.
Yeah, they fell on some bad fortune. That's the time to give, and that's when I want to give. Right?
Yeah, I agree. So Philippines Black Vet with Joanna. Hello, thank you for joining us and watching our live stream. Great channel, Rich and Cheng. Keep up the good work. Keep up the work by educating and entertaining your viewers.
Thank you, brother.
My lady admires how Cheng carries herself on the channel. Rich, you're a straight shooter also. Thank you so much.
I try to be, brother. I try to do what I can. And you know what? Thanks to your lady for her compliment to Cheng. I also admire how Cheng carries herself.
Thank you. And thank you for your guidance.
Yeah, but it's not a me thing. It's just how you carry yourself and how you take good care of yourself. You carry yourself well. You don't act a fool, at least not in public.
Yeah.
At least not in public.
Not when I'm representing you. No. Very, very important.
You've never purposely, I'll use that word. You've never purposely represented me in a bad way, and I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that.
Mhm.
And thank you guys for the compliment.
Thank you.
Brother Love. Brother
Hello,
Love.
Brother Love.
Now, a little background on Brother Love. Brother Love is my brother Rob's friend, right? Yeah, it's my brother
Really?
Rob's friend, right? And kind of introduced us to each other. We were supposed to get together and kind of do collab. Brother Love, next time I come home, we'll push Rob out the middle as the middleman, because you know what, Rob is Rob. But we'll get together and let's collab on something. Let's get together and do something, right?
Okay, yeah. Young Fresh Global Travel said, I value you and Cheng opinion, so thanks. You're welcome.
Thank you. We appreciate that, right?
Okay, so David, I think he's referring to the song you mentioned earlier. It was a good song.
What song?
No, you sang Happy.
Shiny Happy.
Okay.
You don't know that song?
I don't know. Okay,
cool, yes.
Okay.
I'll help you to it after the show.
Yeah, okay. So, Jao Nicolas Perez, you've been busy from working. Okay, that's so understandable. And we appreciate you coming.
And I know you're a family man too, right? I know you're a family man.
Yeah.
You're always taking care of your family. So
yes, that's right.
Respect.
So, John Armwood said, I taught in Korea for 3 years. The culture was sometimes difficult.
You know, I don't know how to say this without coming off in a I'll just say what I say. Korea is a different joint. It's a really different joint. I have a Korean client. I have one Korean client, and I asked them, we were talking about impressions. And I always feel like Korean people don't like nobody. Like they don't like nobody. Yeah, like they don't like Chinese people. They don't like Japanese people. They don't like black people at home, for real. They don't like black people. They don't like, it's like they don't like nobody. I mean, that's always my impression. So I'm kind of with you, John. That's just, again, that's my impression. I've been to Korea a few times, never lived there, but my impression of Korea is always kind of like they're a different breed of people.
Okay.
Right?
All right. So Slick Rick said, same for Thailand, Richie. Don't drink the water unless it's purified
so it's
water.
Thailand too. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Sounds good, according to David. Now, Philip Caporal, thank you for joining us. So a vlogger in the Philippines today said that he cannot do any banking with his USA bank if he has a VPN on. He needs to turn it off. Is that true?
I don't know, but I do banking all the time, and I have one computer that has a VPN and another computer without one. I've never had any problem banking without a VPN on. I will say this: some of my credit card stuff, if I need a VPN. Some of my credit card stuff, if I'm accessing credit card information, then I'll need a VPN. But I've never had a problem banking. Any problem banking at all. Yeah.
Okay. So John Armwood said, I got food poisoning my first night in Beijing. It lasted 3 days. Yeah. That was my mistake. I had the drink with ice in the Sulitan. It was a two-way excretion experience for 3 days.
Yeah. Look, John, I mean, I won't put it on the live stream, but I can tell you stories about being in China because me and my boy Henry, shout out to you.
Hello,
sorry
Henry.
I couldn't get that thing done for you. But we would go out and we like to get our little party in and go out to the pubs and play darts and drink and all that stuff. And we would eat street food and man, every now and then, man, because I like the yoyu, which is like squid, octopus like that. And the dude would put some spicy seasoning. It was fire, but man, it came out fire. I mean, it came out fire too. And man, I mean, I've had some issues, but in the Philippines, only one so far. And I think I just wasn't. It was before I moved here, so I didn't really know better. And the ice got me. The ice got me. So
we're getting better.
Yeah. I'm. Sometimes you don't even be looking out for me, man. Come on,
because you're just like Rick James. You're enjoying yourself.
Right? Rick James. Yeah, right. Anyway, but you do pretty good. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
So Mr. said you cannot drink the water in Thailand. You can only use the ice that has the hole in the middle.
Right.
But there's plenty of water machines around Thailand that's safe to refill your bottle.
Now I thought here you can't drink the ice with the hole in the middle. I thought it was the opposite. Is that correct? Or am I wrong?
Most of the time, okay. Let me just give you some information. At fast food chains, they make their own ice, using some kind of purified water.
Do they?
But sometimes the ice with the hole, they come from ice plants.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. If I'm gonna say this, if you're here, don't drink the ice.
Yeah, that's
Don't
it.
drink the ice. Yeah, just ask for everything with no ice, and you'll be okay.
Cold,
Yeah.
but no ice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay?
Kenneth Fleetwood, do you need to brush your teeth with bottled water also?
I don't have to brush my teeth with bottled water. I just make sure I spit a lot. I spit a whole bunch, and I'll of course I use some the
Mouthwash.
the Listerine mouthwash stuff. So yeah, but I don't have to brush my teeth. It won't hurt. It certainly won't hurt. But I use tap water to brush my teeth still.
Yeah. So David said, yeah, and no ice. That's
No
good
ice,
to know.
David.
Yep.
No ice. Trust me on that. Yeah.
So Frank Ellis, hello, thank you for joining us. Damn, 10 sisters.
What's up, Frank? And yes, 10 sisters. Count them. Count them. People are like, can you name your sisters? Of course I can name my sisters. They're my damn sisters, right? But there's a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jao Nicholas or Jover said, good to see you both. Been busy these days to earn a living and be a responsible husband and father.
We
understand.
That's why I have mad respect for you and always have, bro.
Yeah. So we have Gratefully Blessed. What is your take on someone going to the Philippines for the first time and alone? Are there any other suggestions?
Lots of suggestions for you. Lots of them. If anybody says, follow me, don't follow them, right? If anybody approaches you, people are very friendly here. People are very friendly.
You know what?
But
sorry to cut you. We should do like another video of the Recreator video about scammers here in the Philippines.
We should put that on the
list,
on the June list, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, if anybody approaches you and they're super friendly, no, dude, just trust me on this. Filipinos are friendly, but they're not so friendly that they're approaching you, right? They're friendly, nice, warming, welcoming people, but the ones who approach you friendly, that's not the one. Stay away. Go away. Yeah, just smile and say no thank you or whatever. Trust me, I have a great story, a great story that I went through that typifies that actually. That and when it comes to women, if you're coming here to meet a good woman, vet. And don't be afraid to walk away from that woman. There will be plenty of other opportunities. Vet carefully, collect them and select them, right? Collect, narrow it down so you can find the kind of woman that you're looking for. Come here with confidence. Come here with a lot of confidence in who you are and what you have to offer, and keep that confidence. That's what I would say. You got something to add to it?
Nothing to add.
No, that's it.
Good job. You said it all.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, Mr. said 13 kids.
13 damn kids.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
And I appreciate my brothers. I really appreciate my two brothers, Reese and Rob, because having that many women around is a lot of women. Is a whole bunch of women. Right? Yeah.
Wow, David 008 said, "Wow, that awesome, man. That's a big family.
That's a huge family, a huge family, right?" And just to clarify, my parents split up when we were young, so that both of our parents remarried. So that includes half siblings as well, right? So no steps or nothing like that. But that includes half siblings. But we don't, in our family, we don't do the half thing. We're brothers and sisters. It is what it is, right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Walter Beretta, hello.
What's up, Walter?
Thank
What's up, Walter, in the house?
Us. So Rich, I'm scared to do boots on the ground. Scheduled to go first time in 2 weeks to Philippines. Should I cancel? Don't
cancel. And what's scared of what, bro? Bring your ass. Bring your ass and come over here and have a good time, bro. You will have a good time. In fact, he's a little cold feet, but I understand. Look, I guarantee you got cold feet now, but when you're here, you won't want to leave. You won't want to leave.
Warm.
Yeah, your feet will be warm, and you won't want to leave. Definitely trust me on that.
But
go ahead.
But please be mindful of our constant reminder when you come here, please. Yeah. So we want you to have a good time.
Go ahead. There's a couple other things that we didn't mention. Don't talk about your money when you come here, you guys. Don't talk about your money. I don't care how much money you make. If you have a great salary, you medium, even if you're broke, don't talk about your money. Just come here, talk about you, talk about whoever you're talking to. Ask them questions about their life. Ask a lot of questions. Don't talk about your money. Don't flash your money. Don't flash what you have. If you go to bars, you go to pubs and stuff like that, and you're flashing money and all that, the outcome is not going to be good, right?
Yeah.
Stay away from talking about money. Period. You don't don't lead with your money or lead talking about money.
Yeah, and if ever you want to go on clubs or bars, pay your drink every time.
Good call. Good call. Don't run a tab. No tabs. It's a great call. Thank you. We mentioned that before. No tabs. It's not like the bars at home. No tabs. Don't run a tab. Pay every time you buy a drink. Pay for the drink. Pay for the drink every time you buy a drink. Good.
Yeah. So Stephen McCardle, hi guys, I'm back. Welcome back.
Thanks for coming back, bro. Don't leave us, man. Man, don't leave us.
It's like 6 minutes into our live down. Okay, so Jover said, I disagree with Filipino men won't take foreign women. We still stick on our own Filipino. Our culture will be basis of choosing good women here. I think
we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I think we're saying the same thing.
So Patrick Bower said,
wait, hold on. Let's address what Jover is saying, right? So we won't take foreign women, right? And so is he saying
he's still choosing Filipinas? But the kind of Filipinas, I think that's what we want to know. What Filipina type?
Yeah. And so thank you for making that point, Jover. My question to you is, what kind of Filipinas would you date? Would you date a Filipina if you weren't married? I know you're married, but do most Filipino men, are they willing to date a woman with children? That's number one. Do most Filipino men like morena, right? Like morena women. And I think those are two things that most foreigners are going to be okay with, but maybe local Filipino men will not be okay with at all. So maybe you can talk on, you can write us and talk on that point.
Yeah. Okay. So Patrick Bower said, just chilling. It's 9:40 here in Texas. Okay.
Right. So a little.
Okay. Thank you for chilling with us.
Always welcome to come chill with us, right?
So John, my road to the Philippines. Hello. Thank you for joining us. I come and go for myself. Life happens in between.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Life is what you make it, right? Life
Frank Ellis said, you're right, Rich. Koreans live in their own world.
They do, bro. I don't,
they have their own bubble.
I'm not, no shade on Korean people. I'm not trying to promote any racist thing. I'm just saying that's my feeling and kind of my feeling of what I got from Filipino people. Right?
So Stephen Bowler said, I lived in Korea for 6 years total. They are nice, and the old ladies always squeeze my biceps or chest. Right. Very safe.
Right.
Just always do that.
Right. I mean, and maybe it could be where you are. And Stephen, I'd be curious to know, are you? My guess is that you're military. Based on the picture, and so I think the Korean women, some of the Korean women that are closer to the military bases, are more kind of cool, more open to foreign guys. I don't know. Again, that's but I'm glad you gave a different different POV on Korean people. So I appreciate that.
So Young Fresh Global Travel, thank you for your super chat.
Thanks for the super chat.
Thoughts on tips. For example, if you are in a restaurant, the check say 1K pesos, what do you tip? I think I tip too much. Depends on the service.
Okay.
Because most of the time, service charge is already included.
Boom.
Okay, so you don't have to tip. But if you feel that the service is good, then you tip. I think for 1,000 peso bill, let's say, for example, 50 or 100, depending on how generous you are that day.
But she says something really important. Keep in mind that there's already a service charge in the check most of the time, not all the time.
Yeah.
But so the first thing I always do is look at the bill and look to see if there's a service charge in it. And if there's a service charge, that's going to affect how I tip. But if the service is good and the food is good, the environment is good, I'm still going to break them off some. I'm still going to give them a nice tip because I want them to know I appreciated it.
Okay, so David 008 said, yeah, I got to be very careful eating China. And then Jover said, tips aren't necessarily on this country. Young Fresh Global, no such thing as tipping culture here unless you give willingly.
Yeah, yes. That's the bottom line. Great point.
Thank you, Jover. And then for Ken McCulkin.
Ken, hello, from Down Under. What's going on down under, Ken?
Hello, mate. Good day, y'all. Very sad day here in Australia. Our spineless prime minister won a second term.
Ouch.
He is worse than Biden-Harris combination.
Is that possible?
We are doomed. Please give me a green card.
Yeah, is that possible for someone to be worse than Biden? I don't know. But ouch. Okay. That kind of sucks. Doesn't it kind of suck when when someone is elected that you just really don't believe in, or you don't feel good about.
Anyway,
All
John Armwood said, my first day teaching in Korea, a 40-year-old engineer told me, we don't like black people. I told him that I was a black person you can learn something from. I reminded him of his statement.
Right.
So I just want to read his name. So Amirabui Al-Mubarak says, wow. Okay. So Bama in the Philippines, where are you guys located? We live in Dasmariñas, Cavite. Bama.
Right, because it's
Alabama. Sorry.
Right.
Bama in the Philippines says,
we're here. Sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Where are you guys located? We live in Dasmariñas, Cavite.
We're right at the edge of Makati and
In
Mandaluyong.
Mandaluyong.
Right. We're literally, I live right next to the bridge. On our side is Mandaluyong, on the other side is Makati. So Makati is a 5-minute walk away, and we're right on the edge. So yeah.
So
but Cavite is not far away.
Yes.
So if you want to come up here and hang out with us, or vice versa, if there's an invite, we'd love to hang out with y'all.
So Bama in the Philippines, did I say it right?
You said it right.
Okay, Bama in the Philippines, stay away from taxi cabs and use Grab.
Don't do taxis here. No need.
I mean,
to do
there
taxis here.
are a lot of good taxi drivers, to be honest, and just like women, the bad ones spoil it for the good ones. Because they're good drivers.
But his advice is on point. You guys, when you come here, there's no need to use a taxi anymore.
Yeah.
If just make sure you have the Grab app on your phone and use Grab. Use Grab.
Yeah, and
you know the price right off the bat. A lot of the taxi drivers, if you're a foreigner, they're gonna up the price. They're gonna raise the price super high or whatever. Use Grab.
But if you want metered, they also have Grab taxi. You just choose which vehicle. Yeah. Grab car or Grab taxi, metered. Okay. So William Smith said, do you both have advice on being a new parent?
On being a new parent?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. On being a new parent, enjoy it.
Yes.
Enjoy those moments.
They will be only young.
Enjoy those moments, bro. Seriously, that's the advice I would give. Make sure, and I'll give you some different advice because I missed out on a lot of stuff when my son was young, and when my daughter's young, because I was in school and away. Be there. If you can, be there for the walking, talking, sitting up, rolling over, for all those little moments,
milestones.
The milestones, yeah, because if you miss them, you miss them, and you don't get those moments back.
Yes.
So if I had a regret, I would have been there for some of those milestones that I missed. Yeah.
So Philippines black vet with Joanna, food poisoning sucks here. Trust me, stay away from ice, tap water, and street food.
Yes.
Okay. So Jao Nicolas Perez, Jover said, I scrolled too much.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, thank you.
Jover said, Will Smith, be a good parent, release your paternal instinct to provide for your family. Be a good provider, be there, not just financially, but emotionally.
Be present.
Yeah, be there, be present emotionally and financially for your family, and embrace it. Embrace it. You got kids now. Embrace the moment. It's great. I personally think having kids is overrated, but you get your reward when you get your grandkids. That's my own personal opinion. I don't think you'll ever get out of it what you put into it until you get your grandkids. Okay,
so Amirabui Al-Mubarak said, no mamsa musab. Musab. Yeah. So I have to look that up. Okay. So Jover said, my answer to your question, Sir Richie, most Filipino men are still choosing women with no child.
Yes.
If they can. And about choosing what type, it's more on preference.
Right. Okay. So some are okay with women who are dark skinned.
But in my observation, a lot of men would want someone who are lighter skinned.
That's also my observation too, is I think a lot of foreign guys don't care actually, but you will notice that most of the foreign guys have girlfriends who are morena.
Yeah. I noticed that too. Right. Frank Ellis said, most Filipino men don't date single moms. I found this out from Filipino guys when I was stationed there, and they like the lighter Filipino women. There you go.
More confirmation on that, right?
Stephen Bowler said, they love us Americans. It's easy for us in Korea. I am attracted to Filipinas, but they have Thai, Vietnamese, Mongolians close to base.
Yeah. They have the assortment. They have the rainbow sort of the Asian rainbow. If you like whatever kind of flavor you like, it's over there. Busan and Busan and Seoul and Incheon. But there's another Busan and Busan, I believe it is. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Kathleen said, try also InDrive. Yes, very good app. It's cheaper than Grab.
I do the InDrive.
Yeah, and also we have a new app. I tried a new app. It's called Peek Up. PEEK.
I heard of that.
Yeah, it's cheap also. I tried it once, but I didn't get the chance to ride it because the booking process is a little long. So I tried InDrive instead.
Right.
So
InDrive is the way to go. InDrive, you can use InDrive for long distances. It's like really good for like a long distance going from InDrive is the way to go. I like InDrive.
Yeah. So Jover said, Frank Ellis, yes, we Filipinos still want childless single women to be a wife.
And who could blame you, right? Who could blame you? Most people want that, and that's very understandable.
Okay, so Bama in the Philippines, not Obama, Alabama. Yeah. Gotcha. Thank you for the clarification.
You got it.
Thank you. All right, so
put you on.
Stephen, Frank Ellis said, hey, I don't. Single moms also, that's a red flag in my book.
You know what? I mean, we've covered this ad nauseum. For the most part, I'm going to tell anybody, don't date a woman, don't date a single mom, for the most part. But look, let's be really honest. When you get to a certain age in your life and you get to a certain point in your life, who are you going to date? If you're 50 years old and you're dating, who are you going to date that's not a mom? It's going to be very, very hard to date someone that is not a single mom.
Especially here.
Yeah, especially here in the Philippines, because what's the percentage? What is it? 69% of the women over 30 are single moms. It's a very high percentage. So for whatever reason, we won't get into the reasons, but I agree with you. I absolutely agree. But you kind of have to decide, what's important to you. What situation is okay for you and what's important to you. I would not recommend dating a single mom. But if you're going to, you better vet very carefully. And for me, I vet very carefully.
Thank you.
So you're welcome.
All right. So Stephen Bowler said, plan is to move over to Philippines by 2030. Okay. So I'm sorry. Stephen Bowler also said, I just married my Filipino living in Korea. I retire in August and moving to Korea for a few years.
Oh, okay. You see, a man with a plan, right? A man with a plan. Stephen, I'm curious. I'm curious if you're retiring in August. What's your rank? What's your rank right now, Stephen? Okay.
So the big boss said nothing wrong with single moms. You just have to vet situations very carefully.
That's it. You just got to vet. Yeah, and you might need to vet even a little more because there's a little bit more information you need to know when you're talking about being with a single mom.
All right. So Jover said, Frank Ellis, I think it's basic instinct for men of all of us don't want another man's child to take care of.
Absolutely.
It's like an insult to us good men.
Absolutely. I don't know about an insult, but I agree with it's basic instinct of a man to want his own blood, right? His own blood. I think it takes a different kind of men to be willing to accept somebody else's kids, right?
So Frank Ellis said, yes, it's like the lions in the jungle.
Right. Exactly. They eat the young. They'll eat the young of the other cubs. Yeah, they'll eat them. Right.
Yeah. So Stephen Bowler said, Osan, Kunsan, Daegu, and Humphrey are the 4 bases.
Gotcha.
John Armwood said Ulsan.
And then Ulsan, that's what I was trying to think of.
Frank Ellis said, I can say this because I've never married and I have no kids. E7. 23 years.
Remember our conversation?
Yep.
Yep. Exactly. See,
so
I'm putting you up on game, right?
Thank
exactly.
You, baby.
All right.
All right.
Oh, okay. We're way. See, we get carried away. Loving talking to everybody. We're way past our time. We really appreciate you guys joining us. It's funny because we have like all these topics to talk about, we never get to them. We start with one topic and we get carried away, but we want to talk about what you guys care about. So it's all good. It's all good. thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate the compliments. We really appreciate the support. If you guys didn't already, please give us a thumbs up before you leave. Like the video, we'll appreciate that. And we'll see you guys next Saturday night.
Yes.
Go Warriors! Come on, Warriors! Can you guys please beat the Rockets, please? And for everybody else, you guys be safe. We love you guys. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you guys next
And
week.
again, before we end this live stream, when this live stream is already up on our YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit the like and comment on
send
the
and put
send
a comment,
a comment on the live stream.
Really, definitely.
Yeah.
Even if it's something short, you can put a funny face. You can put a anything. Just please add a comment. It really does wonders when it comes to the YouTube algorithm. So
thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for joining us on our live stream. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and your insights.
And one last thing, a quick shout out to Slick Rick for being the moderator. We appreciate you spending your time and helping us out.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that. And luckily we seldom, if ever, need a moderator, but but the time may come when we might need one. But we appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
All right. All right, so thank you guys. All right, we'll get at you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I'm Richie Rich for Richie Rich Abroad.
This is Cheng. Enjoy your Saturday night, guys.
You know what? You look so pretty.
I thank you.
I got a gift. I got a present for you after this is over.
Really?
Yeah, I got something for you. Anyway, okay.
Let's go end the live stream.
All right, let's end the. Don't rush. I know now you're in a hurry, right? Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Emmanuel, if you're here, we'll see you in a few hours. And Big Boss, please get well soon. Get out of the hospital so we can get together with you. Catlin, we appreciate you. Catlin, we're going to see you again soon. I just have a feeling. And Jane, hopefully we're going to see you again soon too. That'd be cool. That might be a cool live stream, right?
I know, right?
Or a cool video. Cool video. So, all right, we'll see you guys again soon. Love you guys.
We'll behave, John. Bye. Thank you. We're out.
Oh, end it. Oh. I'm just